who knows what disorder this is. This is John. John was a man I met at a church in Toronto. He was in a wheelchair, he'd been in an accident, he could not move his legs. They were bound in. Well, me, thinking that I was chosen for great things, and starting to think that maybe I was the chosen one, I started to look at this man and say, you know what? I'm going to heal this man in this church right now. So I went over to the aisle and I went, John, I'm Chris. You just stay put. I'm going to heal your legs right now. And I went down. I started to pray on him. Dear God, I want you to send your healing spirit to pray, heal this man right here and here. And I wasn't quiet. The people behind me could hear me. And all I could hear was them going, oh, rude, I can't believe it. And all I was like, keep the devil away. And I kept praying and praying and praying on this guy. And then, after I was done, he wasn't healed, so I told him he'd walk down the aisle in a week with his wheelchair up high. And he said, thank you, Chris. I'm glad that you cared to pray for me. But he said, next time, you shouldn't do it during the pastor's sermon, because everyone can hear. I'm like, oops, you'll be healed. And so this would go on. Like my night in Toronto when I walked the streets at 3:30 in the morning down dark alleyways. And I started singing, Amazing Grace. And I got louder and louder and lights were appearing all over the place. What are the times I spent with homeless people because I wanted to help them and I had no money to do it, but I was throwing money at them. Or the scary walk down Spadina, where I was convinced that if a bullet came my way, it would go around my head. These things are called psychosis. These things are called delusions of grandeur. Delusions of grandeur is when you feel you're bigger than you really are. And when the time I thought I was the chosen one, I was starting to think that. And psychosis is when you believe things that can't actually happen. I couldn't heal that man, and that bullet would not go around my head. This is part one of the disorder that I suffered from. It is called mania. Does anyone, with a hand up, know what disorder this is? Yes?
Bipolar disorder?
Bipolar disorder. One person put their hand up. This is why I'm talking. Two, boy in the back. He's trying to get credit. Look, he's not even looking at me. Look, he's looking the other way. Look, oh, there he is. He looks the other way now too. Everyone look at him. No, I'm just kidding. This is called mania. And yes, she's right, but I'm going to take you there. Mania is the high part of bipolar disorder.